Okay. Resistant home sales at 9. Good morning, Raven. Good morning, Raven. Good morning. Hmm. Looks like the NQ wasted no time. So Raven says today's set up for me, and I hope I'm right. Initial deep with low loans. For the NQ, price might actually be trying to retest 657. That's what it's looking like right now. What I see is we got this big run up, basically the right shoulder of this head and shoulders pattern. We have this two-legged pullback into what possibly can be somewhere in this support area. So I think the Nasdaq will probably get a move down into this area, and then I think we can get a move up. So for the Nasdaq, I'm actually thinking that we can possibly get up to like 840. Actually, let me look at this, because if this is a real head and shoulders pattern, then we might actually be going down. But with that bearish move yesterday, I would find it hard to believe that if we do get a bearish move down, it won't be a strong one, unless we're going to retest some support areas or something like that. So maybe the highest we can get to is probably 830, possibly. Yeah, possibly like 830-ish, 820, 830-ish. Because if the bulls do come in and we run these highs, or I guess we could continue to go down, which I guess wouldn't be surprising to anyone, I guess. But I think this 616 level is a strong low. I don't think price is going to trade beneath this low. I don't think we get a close beneath this low. Somewhere in the middle. We might get a drop right here to 650, possibly 630 in this area. But I think this low is protected. I think this is a strong low. And we're off. We are off. We are off. I'm currently in an ES position right now. I set this trade last night and went to sleep, and obviously at the highs, I wasn't awake for this, honestly, so I didn't take this. But honestly, with the ES, I'm thinking we can possibly get up to, I mean, if we can run these highs, if the bulls can maintain this support area and we can get a run above these highs, I'm thinking that we can touch somewhere in this area, 109, 105, possibly 100, and then we probably get like a pullback. So right now, without any major news, I mean, the market is going to have to rely on good old-fashioned price action. So I'm thinking, yeah, we can possibly see that a move up to on the ES to possibly like 88.90, 88.90-ish. We get a pullback, and then possibly on the second half of the market, we get a stop run higher, and we can touch that 109 level. I think this is a strong low right here as well. I don't think we trade beneath this low on the ES unless something crazy happens. Yo, what's up, B for real? What's up? Now, if y'all didn't catch last night's NA meeting, I can pull this up. So we talked about this in previous streams, that Jay Powell, in my opinion, will not be cutting rates this upcoming June. And it was my belief that he wouldn't be cutting price or cutting rates at all this year. I said that he'll possibly be doing it early next year. Well, CNBC last night published an article, and I'm gonna pull that article up. And apparently, Bank of America economists are stating that they actually believe that we won't be getting a rate cut until March of 2025. And that could be the very reason why we got that massive, massive move down. And then we also had the beige book being released last night as well. So you can see it right here. See, Bank of America economists said that there's a real risk that the Fed won't cut rates until March 2025 at the earliest. I mean, we talked about that already. But for now, they're going to hope and still keep December in their forecast. And I haven't read the notes on the beige book, but the beige book itself is actually the tool that the Fed uses. And I'm pretty sure what was said in the beige book was probably the main catalyst for this move down. So we will see. We will see. Apparently, the bulls are still not showing up. The bears, they're still selling. But I do believe they will fill. Oof. But I think we're going to be in for another choppy session, possibly. We do have Fed speakers speaking coming up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we already had Fed Bowman, Williams speak already this morning. And now we have housing news at 9 o'clock. So in 30 minutes, we're going to have some housing news. And then after that, we have more Fed speakers. We have somebody from the Bank of England speaking. So, I mean, we have catalysts to move the market, but it's going to be later on in the day. And until then, you kind of have to just trade the price action, really. That's all you can do. Just trade the price action. Oof. Okay. No matter how you feel about it, the press action is always going to be king. So it's looking like we're getting this sell off right now. Let's see if we get a sweep of this liquidity real quick. And I want to see the reaction after they do it. Yeah, that's what's crazy about it. Yeah, this is actually a good position. So I took this trade because we're at support, and I don't believe that they're going to take this low out. And if they do, then I'll just get stopped out of this position. I do want to see what they're doing with SPY though. Hey, this used to be a bull market. Okay. Hmm. Wow. We dropped $2. Yeah, I guess the market is taking this the potential of no rate cuts until March seriously. We've had a test of 500. I believe this is the third or fourth time they've tested this level. Yeah, this is about the third time they've tested this 500 level. That bad times are coming, Mick? Yeah, it's we are definitely in a bear's paradise. I will say that. Now the bears can come out and spread their bear wings. We are definitely in a bearish environment. And like I said yesterday, I mean, if we really lose this, yeah, if we lose this level, if we lose 500 for real, and I mean a close beneath it, and price starts trading below 500, yeah, we may not see 500 for a while. So it's in my opinion that they're going to try to protect this level as much as possible. Because you can see that we did get a break below, but it was immediately bought right back up. And now they're trying to test, the bears are trying to come back and test this level again on SPY. And you can see the bulls coming in at 500 and trying to buy this back up. So the bulls are definitely going to try to protect this area. But once we get this break, once we get this close below, 480 is the target. 480 is the target. It's 480. Don't let nobody else tell you that 480 is not the target. That's the next level. That's the next level of support. Where's 480 at? Yeah. 480 is that level. Because you can see that, yes, this is trending up, but this level right here, this is where all the price action is. This is where all the price action. So if we get a break, we get a break at this level, I can just see price just coming straight down. And obviously, this wouldn't be in one day. It would obviously grind its way lower, grind its way lower, grind its way lower until we reach this level right here, because this is where the breakout is. And this is where I believe that we'll see that bullish run back higher. So if we lose 500, then my focus will be to the downside. Because you know on SPY, it took forever to get the 500. It took the bulls forever to get here. And once we got a break of 500, once we got that break, the skies were the limits at that point. And then we reached the sky, apparently. We got too high, we flew too close to the sun, and we got this big, massive move down. So I'm thinking if we get a bounce, I'm thinking the most we possibly can get to is probably like 509, like 509-ish. It says we literally lost 1,000 points in a week. Yeah. Yeah, that's what Jerome Powell does. He'll pump the market and then it dumps. Pumps the market and it dumps. I mean, with the interest rates as high as they are, it slows down the economy. It's the same idea of if you're down to your last $10, you're not going to buy a combine. I mean, let's just say that a combine is $5 just as an, or let's say you're down to your last $100. You're not going to buy a combine. That affects Top Step. If everybody is not buying a combine, then that affects Top Step. And if Top Step's not getting any revenue, its lenders and the stuff that it pays for, it's not going to be able to pay for that. And that cycle just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's why if interest rates is going to stay higher, if interest rates is going to stay higher, well, people's just going to stop spending their money. Now, the only thing that's inflation proof is drugs and entertainment. People's always going to find money for that. Yeah, this is going to be tough because this right here, shoot, if we lose this low, shoot, we can actually get to like the 39 or something if we lose this low. But I don't think so though. I don't think so. And I'm wondering if the market is preparing itself for the housing news, because now the Fed is saying that they're using the housing market now as an indicator. And so now housing news is now important. I guess if I got on. I'm going to start doing that. I'm definitely going to start doing that. I kind of get tired of that. So what I'm going to start doing for this first target is going to have to stop because that literally almost touched. That was like what, 2 ticks away. Mm. I mean, I guess at this point, at this point, okay, so 63.50. I was literally a quarter off. Literally a quarter off. Yeah, it can move like 20 points. $68. Mm. We'll see how price reacts to this. We'll see how price reacts. We got VWAP coming up. We got a break of structure here. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so probably possibly like 71-ish. It stopped at 67. I mean, I don't think it's done. I mean, at least 674. At least it's 74. Probably like 73. And then we can possibly see a move up here. And I mean, I guess, I mean, it really depends. It really depends. It really depends. It really depends. $75, huh? And it's like 90. Yeah, I can see this happening. I don't think we get above this high today unless we have some crazy news. Same thing for this low. I think price actually might trade in a range. And for the NQ, so this flow got ran. Hmm. Okay. We got 5 minutes until the algo push. We'll see which direction the algo favors. So obviously this is the range right here. We got a range breakout. So we got the range right here. Let's see if price is going to try to rotate to the other side of this range. Let's see if we can get this move. $772. Yeah, we can possibly get to the other side of this range. We can possibly even get to 40, 30, 40. We can possibly get somewhere up here. And this is where I can see a drop. We probably see some consolidation. And then the market will pick what direction it wants to move into. Good morning, Alfred. Yo, congratulations on that. So you're saying that we got to give away free combines, huh? That's what me and Smith has to do. The combines. Mm. You know, honestly, if you really think about it, Top Step even had to do that as well. They had to entice people to join their streams by using free resets. It doesn't matter why they're there as long as they're there, right? As long as they're there. Mm. So I guess that free giveaway stuff, I guess that even Top Step and big players still do that, have to do that. Or how I should say it is big brands have to do that. That's something that me and Smith will possibly consider in the future. Yeah, I know. I know. Honestly, Top Step, when it first came out, Top Step TV, it was really good. It was really good. I think because well, not I think, because they do it every day, all day, every day, from bell to bell, in my opinion, it's just the quality has just diminished. It's like when you can keep things in a small segment, you can just jam pack that with just a lot of quality. When you have to stretch it out, you just got to put a lot of filler in there. And so you have to close the chat most of the time. Why is that? Why do they keep losing guests? Why is that? They have a live stream too. MFF has a live stream. Or are you talking about being an affiliated partner? All right. Let's see where this Ago does. Let's see what she does. Let's see what direction she picks. Well, That was lackluster, or maybe I'm speaking too soon. Yeah, that was lackluster. Oh, price barely moved. Okay, man. All right, market. All right, we're done crying. We cried all this week about Powell not cutting rates, man. We cried all this damn week. Can the market at least move? I mean, god damn. I mean, look at all this crying the market did, man. Can we get over it? Powell's not going to cut rates. Can we get over it? Hey, look at all this crying. Can we get over it? Man, these markets are slow, man. Okay. All right. Damn, even the algo didn't even move the market. So I guess this is what we're going to have to deal with today. Just a choppy market. So they went over to MFF. Like I said, right now MFF is the only prop firm. Well, I guess them and you profit, but yeah. Um, well, I guess let me take that back. I mean, the only reason why I bought a combine because it was $50. I wouldn't buy a full price one from them. And I'm waiting on Top Step to do that mini to micro equivalent. Hopefully they get that done on Monday. All right, man. I mean, I guess he could if he would, but that sucks. Okay. Yeah, the market doesn't know what the hell it wants to do. All right. Yeah, that's not even a good area. Yeah, these markets suck right now, man. All right. Yeah, what surprises me is that we have the volume. We have the volume today, and the market is still chopping. No problem, Alfred. Have a good day, man. Are we seeing life right now? Or is that just a rebalance, this small little micro area, something to move down? See if I can get filled. Yeah, what's up? Oh, all right, let's see if we can get Smith in the chat. Hey, yo, what's up, Smith? What's up?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh shoot. How you doing so far?
I'm green, but bored.
Why you say it like that?
And that's the only good thing to say right now, man. This market suck right now. It suck.
Yo, that drop, man.
You talking
I,
about from this morning or from yesterday?
from this man, everything. It's just a continuation of like every day.
Yeah.
Continuation of these huge drops. And I mean you could see it on the 60K chart. You could see it. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you zoom, you gotta shrink it up a little bit, zoom out. I've been saying we've been in a downtrend. Like, yeah, we've had huge pops up, but we've been downtrending for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
I think ever since SPY hit like 524, I believe it was 525 in the pre-market or over 525, but I don't think it realized that during market hours. But ever since we hit around 524, yeah, we just started dipping down.
Yeah. Yeah. I've noticed that too, because on the Nasdaq, I think we reached like 700, and that small little voice in my head told me that, man, we're not getting past this. This is it. Like this is the highest that the Nasdaq is going to go, and we're just going to trend down. And yeah, I mean, have you seen this week that the ES just been making bigger moves than the freaking Nasdaq? The ES, yo. It has been making big moves, bigger moves than the Nasdaq. You think this is a Nasdaq chart, and this is the ES chart. This is
Yeah,
an ES chart. You said what?
this Wi-Fi is terrible, man. This situation.
Yeah. Yeah, they got our
Is
boy
horrible.
Smith with no internet, torturing him over there, man. They're gonna send a man in a place where there's no internet.
It's super torture. Yo, this is like the worst torture for a trader.
You can't trade. He can't trade.
I could only sit by and watch.
Make him watch. Disconnect him from his broker and make him watch it.
It's crazy. Like, look, now I'm down 20K. So I was up. Oh dang, I gave all of that back. I was up like 26 grand in the sell.
I mean, this
I
is
wasn't messing. I'm not touching this. Yeah, I'm not touching this stuff. If it's acting like this, and I'm getting tortured like this, I'm like, nah. We'll leave the real account alone.
nah, Jack. He's in the sim.
So basically, yeah, I'm in the sim. Basically, I just been watching the markets and trading the sim to the best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
With the situation right now, so yeah. But at least you said you're green. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm green right now. It just sucks that the market sucks right now. So it just sucks that the market sucks. But I do believe that we get a recovery today. I do believe that if it doesn't happen today, it'll definitely happen tomorrow. I mean, I think it'll be a slow grind up. We have no major news, and we have Fed speakers speaking later on today. Uh, uh, mm. You know, the Fed pumps it, so they always pump the market, no matter how small. It's just the final boss, Jerome Powell, Pump It Powell. He'll pump this market too.
The final boss.
Yeah, the final boss. He's definitely the final boss.
Yeah. Get back to all-time highs.
And then just for it to dump. Just for it to dump.
Don't right back to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I've just been watching everything, and we lost. And I knew that Tesla news was coming too to affect it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Tesla's been horrible news. They're laying off people, and yeah.
So which plan are they laying people off?
Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't read the full article. I just saw the headline. I was like, well, there goes Tesla to 150, and it's crazy because another dude, options trader, was talking about seeing Tesla at 150 to buy some leaps and stuff. That's where he's gonna really start buying leaps. And I was like, that's when Tesla was at like, I don't know what, maybe the 170s, 160s, 170s when he started mentioning that. And I was like, oh yeah, yep. And all this stuff started happening, and I was like, yeah, Tesla 150. I don't even know where it is right now, but here we go, sub 150. Oh, it's at 1. How about that? He said he's gonna start building his leap positions, and then if it keeps going down, he's just gonna keep building the leaps.
Shit, let's actually look at it, man. Let's look at Tesla.
Put it on the board. Let's look at it.
Hey, SPY is still at 501 right now. SPY is still at 501. Okay.
Really? I thought SPY was gonna be sub 500. I know it got there yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like 499. I did see that.
I do think that we, like I said, I do think we get a recovery. We can possibly see 504 or 505 today. We can definitely see it. Hopefully, you get to 506. Hopefully, that would be nice. That would be awesome, actually.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, let's put it on the board, baby. Let's put it on the board. Put it on the board. Yeah, man, we miss you in here, man. Dude, we miss you in here, Smith. We miss you. We need the NQ.
Man, I know. I'm saying it's been torture, like you said.
Torturous, yo. My brother went through the same thing when he went down there. Torturous. And oh, hold on, it's too quiet. Let me check on my daughter real quick. It's too damn quiet. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so okay. She's in there reading her book. Yeah, I mean sub 50 leaps. Well, I'm looking at the 15 minutes. Look at the 4 hour on Tesla. Yeah, I mean, if you bought Tesla puts, I need to start looking at Tesla and start buying puts. I should have. I mean, oh yeah, this is a supply. So what?
Heavy, there's heavy supply in the 200s, and then I'm walking my way down. Super heavy supply again in the like 170s to 180s range.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna take a lot of positive news and sales and stuff for them to get back, but at least that's what I think.
No, Elon Musk got to get back Twitter and apologize for taking it, and then he'll get Tesla back. He got to apologize. He took away their political tool. Of course, they're punishing him in his stock. But you said what?
Yeah. Yeah. He said he got to give it back and apologize. No, that'll never.
Yeah, that would never happen. Yeah, that would never happen. But if Elon Musk were to do that, watch how his stock will just automatically rebound and all the positive news and oh my God, Tesla is this and Elon Musk is that and we love him again.
Yeah, that is crazy. He did go from super loved, popular guy to super villain, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, so for all you Tesla guys out there, I know that guy said that he'll start building his position at 50, but honestly, there's not real support until 20. You trade these fair value gaps if you want. You trade them if you want, you'll find out. You will find out. There is no support here. These are just dildo candles. This is I'm looking at the 4 hour. I don't know if you're looking at the stream, but this is not support. Trade these if you want. You already got one bounce from it. This will get traded through as it's getting traded through right now. I would actually start buying leaps when price gets into this 120 area, back to 120, because I remember price that 120 level like way back in the day. All right, what 2022? Yeah, that was resistance for a long time. That 120ish level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that 120 level was resistance for a long time. So if price were to get down here, that's when I will start. Well, I will look at Tesla and consider buying calls. But you trade these if you want. You'll find out. You will find out. But I was looking at my my screen yesterday, and see when you take your profits, it hits your targets. It always does that. It always does that. But actually, let me look at this real quick. Go ahead.
No, I'm just agreeing. I'm in the stream now. Hold on 1 second.
That's close enough, man. Yeah, probably like 180, like 183 at the most. And then we can possibly see like 96 today. I mean, if this thing keeps going. I mean, if it keeps going, we can do it. We can get a stop. Yeah, that looks, yeah, that looks doable, honestly. That definitely looks doable. We can possibly, yeah, that looks doable. At least some runner contracts in this. So yeah, I was looking at the charts yesterday, man. And I was looking at the charts yesterday, and I was actually looking at the beginning of the stream yesterday, and I sat there and watched myself talk about if you know price broke below this low, then it'll be good for the bears and bad for the bulls. And I was still looking for that short squeeze back up higher. Still looking for it, even though I told myself that that was not going to happen. But I just had hopes that we were going to short squeeze higher. I think we can do that tomorrow, though. I think the market's objective now is going to be that 150 to 160 level. I think we can get there because we're not going down. I don't think the market takes out these lows. I don't think the market allows SPY to trade below 500. I don't believe that will happen. I think SPY can rebound, and the most that it can probably get is like in that, like I said, 510, 512 range, somewhere in here, where there's like mega resistance. Yeah, probably like 512 at the most, 512 at the most. And then I can see that move down and that break at 500, but not now. This is the first test of 500. They're not going to get this up. They're not going to get this up. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, the only thing we can do is just be patient. You got to patiently wait for the price to action and try to take us profits along the way. This actually might get sold down, actually. Technicals are looking good. The bulls are pushing us higher. The bulls are pushing it higher. We can definitely see a test of this area. Get a stop run above these highs for that move higher. Take a look to see. Yeah, and there's nothing but resistance above these highs.
All right, I'm down 17K, 16. You know I'm at like 41 contracts right now.
You sound like gain weight.
One of these days I'm gonna get there in the real account when it matters, but just in the sell.
Yeah, you can take the internet away from a trader, but you can't take the no, never mind. That would have been foolish. Anyway, but yeah, a trader's gonna find a way to trade, baby. That trader's gonna find a way to trade. But yeah, I was when you told me that yesterday, I was like, man, I know he has to be like in the shower. I was like, yo, why can I not have been in my real account? And the account that matters.
Yeah. No, I was feeling like that. Not yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Mhm.
No, not yesterday, but the day before when that first drop. I was like, oh my gosh.
Now
It's
Bear's
still going.
paradise. Yeah, and it's still going.
Yeah. It was bear heaven. They finally come out their caves. they
Starving.
probably they probably running amok in the forums.
You know
Can't
what?
tell them nothing.
No, you can't. I didn't even look. I didn't even look. I was just so mad. I didn't even look. I didn't even think to look. I should look.
Yeah.
I should look. Let me look at this real quick, because I still got the Discord on deck. I haven't been in there in a while
Yeah.
because I'm not welcome anymore. But
Yeah, you a flip bull. We don't like your kind around here.
said, we don't like your kind around here. Says you're not being a bear. You're not feeling our hope. Nah, you're gonna get the hell on out of here. But yeah, I do think that we get to possibly, yeah, as soon as ES touch that 150. Well, okay, so this is what I'll do. I'm thinking we can get to 160. I'm thinking we could touch 160 before that real drop. But as soon as SPY touched that like 512 level and ES is at that same resistance, I'm going to be looking for shorts. And I know not too long after that. I know not too long after that. Or not too merry longs. I know that the market's going to be in a free fall. And we touching 480 on SPY. Unless some crazy news come out. Some crazy, this just in, somebody had a bug in Powell's house and he's saying, yeah, let's trick the market. Let's keep them thinking we ain't going to cut rates, but we actually going to cut rates. Something like that needs to happen in order for this to become a bull market again. But if that doesn't happen, then money's too expensive. The economy is thriving, even though things are expensive for some reason. Well, let me rephrase that. Because in his world, he doesn't see the small people. The small people are the foundation. And we've spoke about this. So people that can't, that have to, how do I want to say this? The people that have to decide if they're going to eat or put gas in their car or not pay a bill, those people are struggling. Because obviously when their dollars are, when they have less buying power and they have to decide on what they need to survive, obviously those are the people that's going to be affected the most. In my opinion, who Jerome Powell is speaking about is business owners. Because, I mean, he's an economist. He has to see the picture as a whole. And if businesses are still thriving, then that means that, okay, so I don't really have to I don't have to cut rates. I don't have to. Because businesses are still thriving. Labor markets are, well, we all know about the labor markets, but so when Jerome Powell speaks, you can't, I wouldn't recommend looking, into your urban areas and saying that, well, it don't look like the economy is thriving to me in the urban areas. He's not talking about those people. He's not talking about those areas. Because you got to think, like, there's people that just turn on their laptops, their phones, they turn their cameras on, and they're getting thousands of dollars a minute doing that NPC stuff, OnlyFans, YouTube, advertising, stuff like that. There's people that get $10,000 an hour. They make $1 million a month. Those are the
Yeah, that's
people
crazy.
that Jerome Powell was talking about. Yeah.
That's super crazy.
And it's crazy until you get there. Then it's like, anything less than that would be crazy. But I used to, there was this rapper, what was his name? Fetty Wap. He said he knew he fell off when he wasn't making $100,000 a week. That's when he knew he fell off. Just imagine that. It was either a week or a month. He said that if he wasn't making that certain amount of money in a certain amount of time frame, then he knew he fell off. And once he stopped receiving that amount of revenue, he knew he fell off. He said, "Yeah, it must be nice." Yeah, those are the good problems to have. The good problems. Yeah. No, Smith didn't quit. He didn't quit.
Who
Mick thought you quit.
can
It's
they
like
hear?
he said, I think yeah, they should be able to. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't quit. The internet
No, yeah, it's the
is
internet, man.
just not ideal to. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now we don't quit over here. There's no quitters over here. If we don't show up, there's a reason for that. I can be dead and I'll still stream from the grave, from beyond the grave. Your boy Sherm. Let's get this money. Let's get this money. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. So even though that's unrealistic for most people, when Jerome Powell says that crazy, that shit that sounds crazy to you, he's not talking about people in the middle to lower class. He's talking about the people that they watch. Now, if you miss filing your taxes, it's highly unlikely the IRS will come after you. Get into that 7 to 8 figure range and not file your taxes and see how fast they come knocking at your door talking about you owe them some money. You're gonna pay that money. And yeah, that prop firm stuff, I mean, those affiliate stuff, they add up, man. Like, or
Yeah,
the
they
promo,
do.
yeah, they add up. Yeah, it's no joke, man. It is definitely no joke.
Hey, 40K in affiliates. My goodness.
Shit, that's actually on the low end, man. That's the low end.
Yeah.
That is the low end. And so, and then once I understood that that's why you'll hear me say this multiple times about these full rules, because I was a victim of it. You know, you trust people, you think that these people know what they're talking about. You buy their courses, so you're not throwing away money in the market. And then you come to find out they're making all their money, they're showing gains and shit. Yeah. But you know, they do that thing where okay, we got to show them proof. They got 10 accounts of money that they got from affiliates, from sponsorships. They got multiple accounts running. And they upload 9 of those and show the 2 that win. And they show the payouts, and it's really affiliate payouts and stuff like that. And it's like, I mean, obviously we know this, we know the game now. But obviously, when this was brand new, we thought these people was like, man, these guys are making this much trading. It's just selling you your dream, basically. Selling you your dream. Because everybody wants financial freedom. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I'm thinking, so we're pushing. Let's see if we get this target hit. Let's see if I gotta probably front run this a little bit. Hmm. I might actually gotta take this actually. Let's see if we can get a pop. We'll see. We'll see if we get this pop. What's up, Game Wave? We was just talking about you. I'll take that. I'll take that. So I got a good bit of this position off. A good bit of this position. Cami Capital. Look at it. Like, see, this is what I'm saying, man. Stick to your targets. But yeah, it seems like the Forex, yeah, the Forex prop game is like I don't know what's so different about. I don't know why people love Forex better than futures. I just don't. I don't know. Yeah, I took that long game weight. I'm not foolish. I'll fight against the trend here and there. But yeah, that Forex prop game, shit, I almost thought about just nah, I'm not nah. Look at that shit hit my target, man. Whatever. It's fine. We took the profits, I guess. Trying to turn over a new leaf, I guess. Taking profits.
You know, deep down, it's not okay.
He said what?
I say, you know, deep down, it's not okay.
It's not okay, man. It's not. I am not okay right now. I am not okay. Put your boy up 20 points on the ES though, baby.
Nice. Nice griff. TP 705 got out.
Yeah, I'm thinking this possibly could be. I mean, without a retracement on the NQ, that was a great profit target right there. That was great. That was a good profit target. Now we could squeeze up. Let me look on the NQ. Yeah, that 705. We can possibly get to 11, 22-ish, possibly at the top of this range right here, somewhere in this range right here. You can do it.
That'd be crazy if they gave it all up after pushing it all the way from those lows.
Mm-hmm. Where's SPY at? SPY is at 502 right now. No, we'll see. We'll see we'll see what happens around like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock-ish. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Griff, man. It's been tough, man. It's definitely been tough if you've been a bull. If you've been a bull in all this, it's been tough, man. Now the bulls feeling it. Now the bulls know how the bears feel.
Yeah.
The
bulls are living with hope.
Hell yeah. 620, huh? Yeah, this will be a good area to get back in long for a pullback. I think they could possibly come down and take this down, possibly to 620-ish, 615-ish. Yeah. Possibly take it back down here. But it's going to be tough. This is the NQ chart. It's going to be tough. So you got that move down. We rebalanced. They came back in. They came back to supply. They rebalanced this area right here, ran the stops, and they got this big massive drop. We ran this area of all this liquidity. We ran this area of all this liquidity right here. And I didn't actually think they were going to take out this low. They didn't take out the low on ES, but they took it out on NQ. And honestly, I got to kind of be mindful of that. Now that I'm focusing more on the ES, I guess I'm kind of forgetting that the NQ does shit like this. She'll take out that low. She swept that liquidity and she moved up higher. You see, you read what Gameway said? He said he said, or it might hold if he needs to leave the house today. All right, Gameway. Shit. No, we needed you yesterday. The Bulls needed you yesterday. We want to hear that now. No. On Gameway, when we needed you the most, you was on the other side. Yeah, that's funny though. When we needed him most, he was on the other side with a damn bear selling no damn market. I mean, like I said, man, when I was looking at like I said, I was looking at the charts. Man, that short was so kind of obvious, man. That short was so obvious. And I'm just mad that I talked about it and still tried to went long. Like, I'm just so mad about that. I found this meme yesterday, but I don't know if it's appropriate. It might offend people. But I will say that I did ask myself this question. I really did ask myself this question. Actually, I might just show it. It's not that offensive. I mean, people's feelings gonna get hurt, but it's not that offensive. It's kind of like the one where it was like, "You'll put your faith in me," but he says that. I think I sent it to you, Smith. He was like, "Oh," he's like, "I blew another account."
Oh, that one.
That's so funny. I watched that so many times. I just laughed at it because it's so relatable, man. Like, who does, like, which trader doesn't ask themselves this question?
Yeah.
I'm offended. But we'll see. Let's see if your boys will meet this target hit. Honestly, I probably should just leave this up. Okay, let me take this off. Interesting. All right, let's see. Let's see if the ES is going to be nice. But at the same time, maybe I should just kind of actually, I'm gonna let this run. I think, I mean, if the market keeps pumping the way that it's pumping, because this is a short squeeze. This is definitely a short squeeze. If the market keeps pumping the way it's pumping, nah, nah, I think that's probably. We'll see. I'll just leave this to run. There's only one contract. I think we can. The most we can get is 105. I think we can get the 105 today, but it's gonna require a pullback. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be something that just happens in one go. This again, where it says no. I'm saying yesterday I shorted. I'm long today, looking for one. Dude, I think so too. But like, I don't think we get 120 today, man. I don't think we get 120 today. I think we get halfway there at 109. Yo, if we get the 120, I will be happy. I'm not gonna say I'm not going to be. But that move up to 120 will be monstrous. A monster recovery. Shoot. And the buyer's not going to be buying it above it, but the bears surely will. The bears will buy it. Like with my strategy, I look for areas where buyers become sellers and sellers becomes buyers because real buyers ain't going to buy high. The only buyers that's going to buy high are sellers. So we look to turn sellers into buyers and buyers into sellers. They're the only ones foolish enough to do it. Them and the people over at Wall Street Bets, they'll buy the high. They'll definitely buy the high and become liquidity real quick. Okay. So I'm only got one contract in this position, and honestly, I'm gonna just let it run. I'm gonna let it run. I got one contract. If we do get a pullback, I mean, I doubt that we get a real mega pullback. I doubt that. Possibly back down to VWAP. I'll actually buy. If we get this move back down here, I'm looking to be a buyer. I'm looking to be a buyer at this level. Yeah, that's a good level to buy. Yeah, that's a great level to buy. If we get that pullback. Yep. But it is looking like this. Well, we'll see. No, that's a higher in price. They might actually come back in and try to push this higher. They might actually try to come in right here and buy up the 21. And if they fail to buy it off the 21, they possibly might buy it off the 50. He said there's a gap at 542. Let's look at that. He said there's a gap at 542. 542. And he said there's a gap there. Oh, yeah. My charts don't go back that far. It don't go back that far, but we can look at it on TradingView. Yeah, keep on pumping, SPY. Keep on pumping. Keep on pumping. It's 514, huh? All right, so let's look at that. So you said that there's a gap with 742 on the NQ. Or I guess maybe I should look at the continuous contract. Well, we'll see. I mean, a gap is a gap. It'll show up on this chart. So 7, 5, 42. Okay. Yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Yeah. We got close to it. We got close. Actually, yeah, we got close to it. But no, not that close. Never mind. We didn't get close to it. I guess the market said close enough. Oh yeah, we got close. We got close. Guess the market just said close enough. Like I said, I don't think we recover. I think with the NQ, let me look at my chart real quick. This is a pullback. I'm thinking the most we get, well, not the most, but if I'm going to range this, because we got that breaker structure, 1788. I mean, we would have to break through that first. We would have to break through 778, going all the way up to 850. So somewhere in this range right here, we would have to break this in order to go higher. I don't think we get too far above 900, possibly 920 at the most, possibly 920 at the most. I don't think we get above 920 unless we get some crazy bullish news. If we don't get that crazy bullish news, this is where I believe the bears will come right back in and they're going to push price down and we're going to break this low and price is going to be searching for lower prices. Because if they're not going to go higher and do business, then the only place to do business now is to go lower. So I guess they'll play around in this area. Whatever, once we get our next catalyst, maybe Nvidia tanks their earnings, maybe the AI bubble was dead. Who knows? It's going to possibly be Nvidia because we know Nvidia is basically the market at this point. So either we get a move down and Nvidia saves the market, or Nvidia is the reason why we get the move down. We'll see. And you can see the bears are already trying to come in and sell this, but I mean, if you ain't paying attention or if you ain't with our stream today, the bears got their work cut out for them. Price is making higher highs, man. They got a lot of work. I'm not saying that they can't be successful. Not saying that. But bears have a lot of work. The structure is saying higher highs and higher lows. And the bulls have yet to fail. The bulls have not failed yet. Oh, yeah. ESSI. Yeah, I'm thinking we can possibly get to, yeah, man, like I said, if we can get to 120, yo, I'll be like, damn, ES is like that. I think we can, if the bulls can get it past this high right here, this 96 high, I'm thinking the most we get is probably half of that. I'm thinking we can get to 109, 110, 109, 110 on the ES today. That's what I'm thinking. We can get half that. We can get a pullback. And then on Friday, Friday's run. So I don't think it's going to run lower. So I believe it's going to run higher. The ES couldn't get yesterday's low. Yeah, this is a strong low. I don't think the ES is going to touch that. This is a strong low, super strong low, because this is the low. I mean, with ES it's kind of easier to trade with the Nasdaq because you have SPY to reference with the ES, which honestly, I use SPY with the Nasdaq, but it's super accurate with the ES as well, obviously, right? So Once I saw that, once they made this low, this was that low that broke 500 on SPY. And once it broke 500 and price was bought right back up, this was a strong low. I didn't expect price to break this low, because if it does, that means that price is going to be looking for lower prices. And that's why I bought a position here, because I didn't think that it was going to break this low. We'll see. We'll see if this thing can keep on trucking, man. I appreciate that, Griff. And there goes that stop run. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I try to understand why I trade. I don't like taking trades. I like to understand why I take trades. I mean, there are some days where I'll just take a trade when I really don't want to think. I just kind of want to gamble and trade. But for the most part, I like to understand why I'm taking a trade. So this going to be, this right here is going to be the deciding factor if price is going to continue to squeeze higher. And kind of going back to what I just said, you see how price was stair stepping up and the bears was selling it. If they was here at the stream, or if they paid attention, they would have saw the micro higher highs and the higher lows. And the bears that tried to short here was obviously used as fuel to push this market up higher. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to it. I think the most we get today is like 109. I don't think we get. Actually, what I should do though, I am in this trade also. What I should do is try to take some off, because yesterday I was revenge trading I was super revenge trading, man. Yesterday pissed me off. Yeah, I think the highest we get is probably like 109. This is probably at 105. Hmm. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. I'll keep it like this. I'll keep it. Mm, okay. Yeah, that can't be. That can't be it. Yeah, I would take that as a win, Alfred. I would take that as a win. Yep. Yeah, we've all done that, man. We've all done that. Yesterday, I didn't take profits because I was so mad about my performance on the stream, about not taking that short. I was up I was up 6K yesterday. I didn't take no profits yesterday. I was just that much on tilt. And price, we all know that drop happened yesterday. And I just gave back all those gains, man. I gave it all back. I gave it all back. All back. Yeah, this I think it was what was that drop? Because we had a pump yesterday somewhere. We had a pump. Yeah, okay, so this pump right here. Man, I was up like 6K on this, but it wasn't enough. The only thing that could have made me happy, and that wasn't even going to make me happy for real, was that I passed the account in one day in my MFF account. And that drop happened, dude. I gave back all that gain. So I was in at around like 48 or 50 or something like that. I might have been in right here. Somewhere in this area. I was in full port 3 contracts. I rolled this damn thing up and that shit dropped on me, man. I was like, fuck. Ugh. Okay, all that gains back. But I was trading on tilt yesterday, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Being rewarded for over trading, yeah, that's definitely bad. Yeah, 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 yeah. Honestly, if a trader's not telling me certain things, I just stop listening to them. Honestly, they're not saying that they've like this, like, yeah, I don't overtrade or I don't get emotional, I don't do this, I don't do that. I just stop listening. I just start shaking my head. Yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying, but I'm not listening though, because even the best traders, I mean, shit, you see us, me, Smith, shit, we go through emotion. I mean, we go through a lot of emotions. Y'all see it on stream, man. Great traders, we just make bad decisions at times, and then we get punished for that crap. And then the emotions come out, we go on tilt. But yeah, honestly, I see it though. It's gonna be a long journey, but I see it. Yeah, they got so much stops here at this area on the ES on Bookmap. I mean, it makes sense for them to have all these stops here. You got all these guys right here that are short above this candle high. They're short there. They're going to want to protect their positions. They expected a complete rotations. Now, the bears that got out of this noticed that this was a two-legged pullback into support. And honestly, this is what I really think this move is. I don't think these are buyers that are buying this. I believe that these are the smart bears that got out of their positions because they're just chopping up. So I don't think these are buyers buying. I think these are sellers getting out of their position. And also the bears that are trying to short this, they're getting their stops ran. And I guess you got some buyers in here as well. So everybody is just buyers. Everybody is a buyer move, in my opinion. This is what it looks like to me. Now, the question is, will the bears reload here and push price lower? Or will it continue to go up? Only time will tell. Actually, I gotta start looking at the price of SPY. Monitor it real quick. He says he's gonna buy at. So Griff says he's gonna buy at 665. 665. Hmm. Stop at 649. We'll see. Yeah, I would agree. Keep a tight stop. But if you really believe in this, just a heads up, if you're going to keep your stop at 49, you're kind of putting your stop literally at a support area where price can possibly come and bounce. So just be mindful of that. I'm not going to tell you how to trade your account, but just be mindful that this little small area is where price broke out at. And if you put your stop right here, this is where the bears might actually push price into, and the bulls might actually buy. So honestly, I would actually buy there versus, I know VWAP is there. I would see if they get like a little small push down, because this is the NQ, it's not the ES, so you already know how that goes. Just be mindful of that. Just be mindful. Well, let me do this now. Let me do this now. Let me do it now. I'm kind of, I was hoping to get a bigger push this morning, but yeah, my zero DTEs are probably fucked. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, these are fucked. I was hoping that we get a bigger push than we did, but we didn't. We'll see. We'll see what happens later on today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I mean, obviously, at this point, I didn't lose too much on these 507 calls. Not yet. Not yet. The crazy thing about these, or hold on, did I buy these 2 days ago? Okay, yeah. All right. These right here, these calls, these 507 calls, I'm kind of upset about these. I did take profit on one. Man, I was up 50% on 3 contracts. So I doubled the money on these. When I bought these were $78, and during that pump, they got to $140. So I did take off one, and I left two to run because I thought that, damn, I thought we was going to get a real pump. I thought we was going to get a real pump, but we didn't get that. They drop price right back down. So at around like 12 o'clock, depending on where SPY's at, I'll close this one for a loss. I don't lose too much on these. I only lose $30 on this, half the price of these contracts. I was looking for a pump back up into at least 507 or 505, 506, and I was going to close these, but yeah, it didn't happen that way. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why options kind of suck, man. Like you can be right and wrong at the same time. You can be right and wrong. Huh. So I do got a day left on these, and they're not that much down in the money. I mean, obviously these are dead. These 513 calls are dead. I mean, we ain't touching no 513, but I mean, shit, those are dead. I'll close these, man. I'll preserve the capital. I'll close these. Of course, you're not gonna. Oh, of course. 'Make sure. Mm. Yeah, I might as well hold these. I mean, I lost a lot of value in those, so I might as well hold those. $508. Let's look at this real quick. Let's see if they're buying calls. I'll hold them. They're. There goes that. There goes that. Mm. See if I can prune off a lot of this because these 0 DTEs, I can still possibly make money on these. If we get a big pump, I can possibly still make money on them. Yeah, I think we can get a rotation tomorrow. We can definitely get a rotation tomorrow. I'm gonna hold on to them though. I'm gonna hold on to them, but I'm gonna try to prune off as much of this as possible because I'm just gonna try to preserve as much capital as possible. I'm not gonna play that 0 DTE game with all that capital. I didn't lose too much on that one. Yeah, so we'll see. We can see if we can get. I don't think we go to 512 tomorrow. We may. We could. We could, but I don't think so. I think the most we get is probably like 507, 508. And I've already lost a lot of value on these anyway, so. Yeah. Honestly, the way things are looking, shoot, we might get that damn pop for real. But not only does it need to pop, that shit needs to do that and maintain it before the market closes or before the market opens. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think so. I think so. I'm gonna hold on to these. I'm definitely holding on to these. So I'm gonna hold on to the rest of these. I mean, this is. I mean, I pruned off all the ones where I didn't lose too much on them. But moving forward with the spies, I think I'm just gonna buy the 2 to 3 days out and try to get them as cheap as possible. Because I think these big moves in one directions in one day, I think they might be coming to an end pretty soon. Mm. So got one contract working. This actually what I will probably do, what I will do possibly, actually not possibly, what I will do is I will take this because it does look like it's about to drop. And I'll just leave this as a runner. And I'm willing to get back in. Oh, where's my other one at? Let me look at this real quick. 71. Damn, which one was it again? Trying to jump into something, I think. Just in case if price does find its way back down here, that's where I'm willing to buy, to be a buyer again. Or hopefully it just hits my target. That will also just be nice. But this trade is an ES trade. I'm not in micros in this trade. I am in minis in this trade. So I got one mini contract up 29, 30 points. As you can see, there's no volume up here. There's no volume up here. We're literally in the nosebleeds, so just be mindful. There's no volume, but price is still going up, and that's all that matters. He said, I gotta learn patience. I am patient. You don't think this is patient? Oh, so me and gain weight does the same thing. I don't touch my stops either. Either hits my stop or hits my target. I mean, I know we get emotional when we see a lot of money on the screen, but just like that guy said, I forgot his name. But when you see profits, you're not supposed to take them. You're supposed to add on to it. And I do see I do understand why. Like if you trade the same way, like when you're in a losing position, if you flip that and do the opposite, as much money as you lose, that's how much money you can make if you do the opposite. If you're in a winning trade, instead of taking the profits, add on to it. Add on to your winning position the same way you add on to losing positions. Yeah, gain weight. Yep. We're kindred spirits, man. I mean, shit, y'all seen that shit. Y'all seen it on stream. I be up and don't take the profits, and then that shit comes all the way back down to break even and then stop me out. So you got to think, like, price wanted it so bad that it came all the way back to my break even and then touched my stop. But that's absolutely right, game weight, and we'll show on the charts, man. It will show on the charts. Like this chart is your job. I mean, I don't know if anybody else thinks that way, but this chart is literally your job, your business. Chart is literally your business. If you know how to read this business right here, this chart has billions of people on it right now. And if you can understand what it's saying with the millions, billions of people that are trading this market right now and what they're saying, your business can make a lot of money, man. This chart work. But right now, I'm thinking we get a pullback here. I'm thinking we get a pullback. I'm thinking we get a pullback. Yeah, I'm thinking we get a pullback here. I'm thinking we do. So if you're in a position right now, if you're in the same position with me, I would highly suggest to take off some of your profits. Obviously, I only have one runner, and I'm willing to add right back in this area right here. I'm willing to buy back into this position, but I would highly suggest scaling out of some of your position right here because I think we're in for a pullback. And I do see on Bookmap that people got targets set to take off at 150. I don't think we get there today. We may get there tomorrow with Netflix earnings, but on Bookmap, they got their targets at 150. And you're saying 695? Hmm. Yeah. Shit, you can gotta move all the way down here, dude. There we go. 653. Yeah, I can see that happening. I can definitely see that happening. I think the NQ sells off and we get a bounce somewhere in this area right here. Somewhere in this area. I feel that price is going to move down into it, and then we can possibly see a move higher. But I do also want to point out that price is still trending up. The bulls look like they're going to fail, but they have not failed yet. But I do believe they will fail. And there's the failure. There's the failure. So we'll see if price can hold up right here. I doubt that it will. I doubt it, but we'll see. I think on the NQ, price can get down here, somewhere in this area. Good thing I took off that contract here at this high. Listening to the charts tell me that the price was going to drop. So I just got out of this position. Or I scaled out. That's absolutely right, Gainway. It's absolutely right. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait. I'm glad I scaled out those zero DTEs because I don't think. I mean, we might get a push up, but I ran out of time with those contracts, so I was gonna play that game with the zero DTEs. I was not gonna play that game with that. Yeah, you just gotta be patient with this. You just gotta be patient. But on the NQ today, 793. 793. Yeah, I guess that would be a good place for them to drop it for real. I would not recommend trading past this point. Not today. If price gets up into this area, I would look to get out of my full position. If price manages to get itself into this position right here. Because this area has yet to be rebalanced for real. Yeah. Too bad highs. Yeah, I can see that. Especially if we can get past this right here. If we get past 715, yeah. 736. Yeah, CL broke my heart yesterday. CL broke, like, she literally broke my heart yesterday, man. She broke my heart. Why the hell did CL dump? CL, NQ, and ES all dumped yesterday, and CL usually inverses the indices, which surprised the hell out of me. In my mind, I thought, well, shit, if the price go down, at least my CL trade is going to go up. But I didn't get that. You got bill auction news coming up? Uh, Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. In about like 10, 15, or yeah, 15 minutes, I got to step into a meeting, but give me 10 seconds or a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, it's like I said, I think we get a move down from here. Get a move down from here. Just to think that if I took my profits yesterday, I would have passed the account today. Take your profits, people. Rich. Okay. So this bearish move down is no surprise, should not be a surprise to anybody. Shouldn't be a surprise, but if it is, all right, so let's see. All right, so we got earnings. We got Netflix earnings at 345. So I guess only the Apex prop traders get to trade this. Nobody else though. All right, so we got the 4-week bill auction. The yield is 528. The previous, so this is the guy from the ECB. He said if the Fed doesn't cut rates, I can't see a 3 to 4 ECB cut this year. Huh. That is interesting. Huh. I mean, everybody follows us anyway, except for the if the is it the Bank of England? No, I think it's the ECB. Understand that over there in Europe, they don't play that shit that we play here. Inflation has been falling faster for them because they don't play that deficit spending bullshit over there. So this is some of the stuff that was said, what, on the 18th? That was what, yesterday? Oh, that's today. So Fed Williams are stating that rate cuts will be determined by economic activity, which we know that we know this. So the economy is back on the pre-pandemic growth track. Data calls for higher rates. The Fed would hike. I'm surprised we didn't get a drop. Oh yeah, we did get a drop at 8:30. We did. We did get a drop from this. Existing home sales, actual. So even though we're off by 1 million, this is actually pretty good, considering the conditions that we're in. We all know that interest rates are higher, and on top of the interest rates being higher, you got squatters moving into people's homes, and now that we have immigrants from all over the world being allowed to enter the U.S., you see on the news that now they're invading homes now as well, and they're being encouraged to. So now we have immigrants coming and becoming squatters, and the police can't determine if the person isn't a real tenant or not. So they have to have a umbrella way of handling this. That's why if you own a home and you come home and there's somebody claiming that they have tenants rights in your home and you call the police can't do anything, because if they remove a tenant from the house, they'll be liable. So they always will tell you to take it to court So on top of the interest rates being high, you got to worry if you go on vacation and somebody's going to be living it up in your crib, and that doesn't stop the payments or nothing. You still got to pay it. You can't, well, let me rephrase this because you can always remove somebody, but you can't legally remove them. That's a more accurate statement. You can't legally remove them from your home. You can definitely illegally hit shit. They can be in the backyard real quick. They want to be there so damn bad. So this is actually good. This is actually kind of good. Even though it's under expectation based on with everything, this is kind of good. It's not that bad. Home sales change. So the month over month. Says, I don't feel urgency to cut rates. And that's, yeah, Bastard Williams. Bastard. Yeah, that's why we got that drop at 8:30. I was like, damn, where did this drop come from? This is why. Williams opening their mouth. So initial jobless claims. So I guess this is good. We got lower jobs. Good news is bad news, or bad news is good news. Now, if this exceeded this, yeah, we was gonna dump. We was gonna get a dump if this came in at 12.16, 12.18, or 2.18, 12.16. It was gonna get a dump, but it came under expectation, so that's bad news is good news. Yeah, and this is actually pretty good too. This is probably why we got this pump late last night, saying that Morgan Stanley expects only a moderate and gradual decline in the dollar's international use. So you got to understand that the dollar is used worldwide. Everybody converts their currency and pairs it to the dollar. And if I'm spending more money or less money to pay you as a business for commodities or whatever, kind of like just to simplify this, it just lessens the buying power. You got to spend more to buy less, which is never a good thing. It's never a good thing. You got this guy Biden. Oh yeah, and this is what I was talking about yesterday. The Fed, the beige book. So 10 out of 12 Fed district reported slight or moderate growth, and that's not what we wanted to see. And this is probably what fueled that move down. You don't want to see this because the Fed. The only reason why they would cut rates is if the economy is slowing down. When you're seeing 10 out of 12 of the Fed districts saying that we're seeing any form of growth, this already heightened fears that, well, shit, if the Fed is saying that the economy is growing, even though we're in a high interest rate environment, there's no need for them to cut rates. So the U.S. economy expanding slightly since February. This is more bad news. This is good news. Good news is bad news. District receive upside risk to near-term inflation. Balance contracts expected that inflation will hold steady at its slow pace moving forward. Yeah, I did see that with Florida. Has that law passed? I know that they was drafting it up. I haven't been following it enough to see if it actually passed, if they actually put it into law. But as a homeowner, if I was ever put in a situation to where someone invades my space and legally I can't do anything, then what's the incentive of owning a home? What is the incentive? I don't understand. Like, so your government wants you to be in debt, and or the economy wants you to be in debt, and says, hey, marry your home for 30 years, have this mortgage, you can have all these benefits, and there's no incentive to having a home for 30 years, paying it, and then you give all the incentives to the tenants. You give all the incentives to all the people that can find loopholes and and make owning a home more work than it's worth. I remember renting out from this guy back in the day, and I'm pretty sure it's no surprise. He got his duplex back the way that I rented it out. And the first thing he said to me was, wow, I actually have to give you your security deposit back. And at the time, I didn't understand. I was like, of course you're going to give it back. But I didn't understand what the hell he meant. Well, I mean, now that I understand, like, yo, when these guys know that they're not going to give you your security deposit back because they know you're going to destroy their shit. But when he actually got it back, and he was surprised, he was like, damn, I actually got to give you your security deposit back. And it's like, and then I had a situation where I knew this group of people, they rented out this home. They've had it for like 2 years. They completely destroyed the inside of it. The homeowner came in, they renovated inside the home, and not 24 to 48 hours later, the house was completely destroyed again. Completely destroyed again. And now kind of understanding it from the homeowner's point of view, there's no incentive to owning a home. He tried to take them to court, and he lost. So yeah, there's no real incentive to owning a home nowadays, man. It's really no. It's like all the incentive is for the tenants, not the homeowner itself. Mm. Okay, so yeah, I think we may see a bounce here. We can see if they hold it here at VWAP. I doubt it though. I'm still looking for that 653 entry on the NQ and seeing how price reacts if it gets into this level. Mick says he'll be the one squatting. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how like that's just become a thing. Like something like that shouldn't even. And then you have to ask yourself, well, if someone breaks into your home, what's stopping them from claiming that they were a tenant? What's really stopping them from claiming that they're a tenant of this house, and that they're just breaking in because they lost their key? And then the real homeowner comes home and says, no, this person is not. Well, if the person is claiming that he is, and the police can't determine if he's not, because I've seen situations where these people didn't have to even show documentation. They just said, yeah, I'm a tenant here. And the police had to be cool with that. So it's like, that's crazy. Yeah, Mick. I see a lot of bad things about Canada. I did see that there's a petition to get I forgot his name, Tribune or what? Anyway, the Prime Minister of Canada, the current one. I hear they're trying to get him out of there. because he completely ran Canada into the ground with his policies. Trudeau? Yeah. Yeah, I heard that there was actually a petition going around saying that they want his impeachment or him to leave the position because he's incompetent. Resign. That's the word I was looking for. Resign. Yeah. It's crazy how he got away with that, especially in today's climate. Like, it's crazy how he got away with that. Because nowadays, especially in the political and entertainment environments, those realms, those arenas, whatever you want to call it, man, you can get canceled for less. That is how people feel about it. Oh crap! Ah crap! Hold on, guys. I forgot. I gotta jump into this meeting. I gotta set an alarm for this. I really do. Give me a second. possibly right here. Wow. So earlier this week on the book map on YouTube, they had orders sitting at 555, maybe 2 or 3 days before it happened. And when I initially saw that, I said to myself, no way. Do we really get down that low? And boy, was I humbled, because we not only did we get down that low, but we went a couple of points extra down. Obviously, we got to 50.47. So I mean, when you said, or when they say that someone always knows, someone always knows. And you can see that's where well, if you can look on this chart, the value area low was 50.56. We got the stop run, and then we got price sucked right back in, trading above the range. So they now got orders sitting all the way up here at 150. I think we can get up possibly somewhere in this area. And just like Alfred said, if we have good Netflix earning, which honestly is looking like we might have some good earnings, or let me rephrase that. The market will react positively to the earnings. I think we can definitely get a move up into this area tomorrow. And I've already said, once we get into this area, this is where I know to stop looking for longs and to go short. That's going to be my bias until I'm proven wrong. That will be my bias until I'm proven wrong. Because we can get a massive drop from 60. If they want to play in this area right here and do business in this area, we can see price fall off at 60. We have peak week next week, and that's where the big boys report their earnings. Let's see. No, I'm not going to look at the calendar right now. But peak week, the big boys report their earnings. And then NVIDIA has its own dedicated week. So we'll see. The price action will always be king. But this area right here is going to be major resistance for right now. Major resistance. Yeah, I doubt that. Yeah. Yeah. On my chart, yeah, if they get it, they can possibly get it to 66. Probably no further than 75. I think this will probably be the peak. I'm talking of this probably be the peak if we get this. I doubt we will, but I don't think we get no higher than 75. I doubt it. Yeah, this is that where that breaker structure happened. This is exactly where it happened at too. At 75. That's why I was like, dude, I don't know. We get it above 75. Yeah, that breaker structure happened exactly at 75. You can see that it was one support. They pumped it up into resistance, and then you got that breaker structure at 75. So I think this is the most that they'll get it up to. But my money is to like 60. My money's gonna be on 60 at the most. That's where I'm gonna put my money at. 60, 50 is a good area. So from this area, this area right here is where I'm gonna be looking for shorts. Market news dropped. Yeah, I don't think they took that low out. Probably like 70 or something. $66, huh? Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that game, man. Not with options, man. I'm not gonna play that game. Yeah, this will be nah. I would, like I said, I wouldn't even take that. And that's asking to become liquidity. That's asking to become liquidity. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too. That's what I'm looking at. Let's see. Nah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna get in early because ES likes to do that retrace and then price probably gets shorted right here. And be in an area where there's buyers. Says you missed that short. Yeah. I wouldn't trade this short, man. This is what I would call a stressful short. This is a pullback. I mean, yeah, you could have got in on that short, but I mean, with all this chop, would you would have felt comfortable? And the real question is, after we got this little break, would you felt comfortable in staying in it to stay short? The money is to the long side at this point. That was new high. Yeah. Okay, so Griff, I see that you're just so you don't do the trailing stop, you just leave your stop where it is. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. Honestly, I think that's the best way to trade. Honestly, I think that's you FOMO too much if you do anything or I found myself FOMOing. You get stopped out of a winning trade because you're trailing, trying to be professional, and then price goes to your target. And then obviously once you see that, you know you're gonna FOMO. And so I just usually just leave my stop where it is. If it hits my stop, it hits my stop. Yeah, I'm starting to see that it's really just patience, honestly. It's being patient. Yeah, that sucks. I highly doubt that we get that. I highly doubt we get that. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna actually get off at in 2 minutes at 11:15. You guys see where I've got my order sitting. I'll go long in these areas right here. Go long at 72. I will see how price reacts around this area right here for the NQ traders. I'll wait for price to get to the bottom of this range and show that the bulls actually wanted here to take it back up. Because we sold it. That's one, that's two, that's three. And this is the fourth time that they're trying to sell it in this area, and I don't think they're going to be successful. They could be, but I don't think they're not going to be that successful. Yeah, somewhere in this area right here. Could see him move back up to at least retest the high, if not this left shoulder. So I appreciate that, Ganway. Man, Ganway, you should really get in the chat. Share some of that knowledge you got. So we all can eat just like you. So you got Fed Bostic speaking. He's made a couple of statements. Now JP Morgan is saying the same thing. There's relatively high probability of no rate cut this year. So there's a very, very low probability of interest rates hikes though. So this is neutral news. That means nothing's going to change. At least the economy isn't so bad to where our inflation isn't so bad that they have to hike rates, but it's not so bad that they actually have to cut it. So this is neutral. Now, you got to think that while you're in these markets, if you see these institutions like Bank of America, JP Morgan, and all the other ones, you may make the mistake of disregarding these guys. But you got to think that these guys are the people that are moving these markets. And if they believe this, they're going to tell their traders to believe this as well. So it makes sense when you see JP Morgan, Bank of America, when they say these things like this, the traders that they have on their floor, 9 times out of 10, they believe the same thing too. So just be mindful of that. Just because it's not Jay Powell or one of the Feds saying this, just be mindful of that. Yeah. Yep. And there has been documentaries. There has been documentaries that these guys do send out FUD purposely to get people to sell out of their positions most of the time, to sell or buy out of their positions. Yeah, they need to get out of their positions. So Fed Bostic says that they won't be able to reduce rates until towards the end of the year. So shit, Bostic guy says, I think the economy will continue to grow as we both mandate back in line, as we get both mandates back in line. And see, in this right here, and now we have to look at jobless claims again. Now we got to look at jobless claims. It's jobless claims are important. Now they're not. This statement right here where he says, as long as the labor market holds up. So this guy basically said, as long as the labor market holds up, then everything will fine. Everything will be fine. But if this breaks, that means everything's going to break right along with it. Or at least that's how I'm interpreting his words. That's how I'm interpreting them. They expect you to run out of money by the end of the year. I mean, as high as things are, people that live below that poverty line or at that poverty line, yeah, they're already struggling. You see crime already. You see, and honestly, now that we're talking about this, I can understand, or it makes sense from a politician to the policymakers, the lawmakers' point of view. They know what economy that we're in. They know that people at the poverty line is going to have to commit crimes to feed their families. And even though it sounds crazy, they do say this. But when you really think about it, it's absolutely true. These people have no money. If they're working at fast food, retail, I mean, if they're working in a trade, blue collar, then they're living check to check. But everybody else, $300 is not going to get you shit. They get their $300 checks. They got to band together to try to put their check together, and that's still not enough. So, I mean, I guess the only option that somebody has in that situation is to take from other people. But then these policymakers know this, but they don't have enough room to fill their jails. The jails are already at capacity. They're already letting people out because they're already at capacity. So as a lawmaker, what do? You just have to be softer on crime because you have no place to put people that are stealing because they can't afford to buy anything. And then we're not saying that all these people are like that. That's not what I'm saying. But for the most part, if people can't afford to eat, they're going to steal it from somebody else. I mean, that's just basic human nature at that point. That's human nature at that point. But all right, guys, enjoy spending time with you guys. I mean, we've great trade this morning. We took profits today. We took profits. So your boy Sherm is growing. We took the profits today. I did leave one to run. I'm just going to leave that on. If price gets in my add-on, I'm just going to add that on to the position, and it's going to move forward. All right, guys. We'll do this again tomorrow. Peace out.